Does it still make sense to come to Germany in this intake? This is the question that a lot of students are having, and they're having it because of the valid reasons. Just yesterday, I was having an appointment with somebody from India, and the main question was that I am admitted now into an MBA program which is just 3 semesters long. Does it make sense for me to go to Germany right now when I have to do one entire semester just online? And that is a very reasonable question because now, if you're spending so much money into a particular course, then you have to make sure is it financially or academically a smart decision for you. So in this video, I'm going to show you some kind of numbers, tell you some kind of details, and break down this problem so that towards the end you have a solution. Does it still make sense to you to come to Germany in this intake, or still keep on applying for German universities, or should you just wait till this entire pandemic is gone? So let's start with the first thing. The first thing is you have to see how much money you're paying in tuition fee for a particular program. Programs like MBA, or if you're studying in a private university, they will be charging you anywhere from 5,000 euros per semester to 6,000 euros per semester. Some are a bit cheaper, but from cheaper I mean 4,500 euros per semester. So you have to see, does it make sense for you to actually just go through an entire semester just online and not having any kind of communication or interaction with your fellow students? For me, I personally would tell you, it doesn't really make sense, because if you're paying so much money, the incentive for you to do all of this online isn't much. If you would be, let's say, in a public university where the tuition fee is nothing and you're just giving out semester contributions, which are anywhere from 150 to 300 euros, then it is a reasonable option, because the cost of living for you in Germany is going to be lesser than the tuition fee that you're paying right now. Whereas in the private universities, it doesn't matter if you're in your home country or you're in Germany, you're still paying so much money. That means there is no incentive whatsoever for you to take that course online. Now, another important thing that you have to remember here is, especially when you're going for programs like MBA, the entire program is heavily based on the group work, on group interactions, on giving out presentations, on going to different kind of excursions and so on. So here you have to make sure that you are actually there. You're able to attend the physical classes, because if you aren't able to do that, I would still suggest you to think twice if this is a financially feasible option for you. Now, for public universities with no tuition fee, that is not a problem. You're in your home country, you're saving on the living costs, you're still able to get one semester done. All of the courses which require your physical presence, or you have to attend some kind of labs or do some kind of presentations, these can still be done when you're in Germany. But you can take some other subjects till that time. For example, you can take subjects where you have to give some kind of oral exams or written exams, or even online presentations. That works completely fine too. But group works where you have to come up with some kind of data and you have to do the ground research by taking interviews with some kind of companies or be in a lab or something, in those kind of scenarios, it doesn't really make sense. Then you should just rather push those subjects to the next intakes and still continue with your master's or bachelor's program. The second thing that we should talk about is deferring your admit. If you're able to defer your admit in the next intake, and let's say your program is paid, then again, it is a lot more easier for you to not enroll this time and just enroll in the next one. Whereas for the public universities, if you have no tuition fee whatsoever, you can have a better choice there. But make sure that you can talk to the university at least about the option of deferring your admit. If you have that, you just have more options and you can just figure out if you still want to come into this intake or the next one. The choice is completely up to you. But one very important thing that you have to remember is that right now things are again looking a bit weird, because the second wave has started in Germany. If you would see the numbers, they're still steadily rising, and a lot of the politicians are hoping for another lockdown. They're aiming for it, they're gathering support for it. So in those kind of scenarios, I would say maybe this thing might drag on for a bit longer. Also, the German missions in the home countries, they're also not being very communicative in this regard. So whatever kind of developments are happening, I think students which are actually adding a lot of value to the German economy, somehow they are not being told about what kind of developments are happening. And it's also understandable, because right now it's more every country is trying to figure out their own things. In India, things are also not looking that great. So I can understand that, but I'm still hoping that the German missions are a bit more communicative going forward. Now, there are some more developments that I would like share with you because, of course, everybody knows a lot about their own home countries. But if you want to do the research about the German numbers, then you have to actually be able to read German. And that's why I preach all the time that if you're planning to come to Germany, it is very important that you start focusing on learning German, especially for jobs. Like if you're coming for jobs, like 100%, if you're not proficient in German, companies would not be able to provide you higher management positions because they're having clients most of the times from the DACH region, and the DACH region is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And if you are in a position where you have to meet some clients and you're not able to communicate with them in their native language, it becomes very difficult for them with these kind of tasks which just require more responsibility on your end. So just make sure that you're having that too. So the IFO Institute, it has a barometer, an employment or a hiring barometer, which you can take a look at. And if you would see, it fell down very sharply around March and April. And now it is just slowly, steadily rising again. What it indicates is the company's hiring plans for the next 3 months. They do a survey of 9,500 different kind of companies, and on the basis of that, they make this index. So it looks better. The companies are planning on hiring more people. If you would look at the sectors now, the construction industry is doing better now. It is in the positive 0.5 index. The trade, Handel, it's at minus 7.9. The Dienstleistung sector or the service sector is at 4.6, and the manufacturing or the refining industry, it is somewhere around minus 19. So it's still not doing that much better because, again, workers cannot be in the factories and they cannot produce things at the same rate that they were producing previously, and the consumer confidence is also taking a hit here. Now, if you would take a look at the other numbers, which is how many new job places have been registered in Germany, you see that in 2020 the number declined to 628,900 if you would take a look at Statista. But if I would show you the number at the official website of Bundesagentur für Arbeit, you will see that in July we have 557,000 new job places still getting registered in Germany, which is nice. It was having an upward slope all this time, but now because of this entire pandemic, things have gone down. But I'm pretty sure things are going to get back up again because here's the thing. In the human nature, you always need to have some kind of hope. You need to have hope that things are going to get back to normal, that everybody is going to go out on the street, everybody is going to start going to the restaurants, start traveling around and enjoy with their friends. And this is the hope on which everybody is just sucking it up and waiting till things get back to normal so that they can get out and start spending or start enjoying. Because for businesses, it is very important. For restaurants, for cafes, the hit that they have taken, it is really horrible. Like some of the gastronomy sector, they are now getting revenue just 10% of what they were receiving previously. So it has had a major hit. The island on which we bought the house for the B&B project for Alina, now here the tourism also heavily declined, and a lot of the businesses on the island which were just waiting for new tourists to come in, they are suffering now, and many of them are having existential crisis. So these things are difficult, but what you should do right now is just plan on how things will look like once everything gets back to normal. That should be your main focus. You should be moving in that direction, and you should just keep different kind of options open in front of you. If you find some kind of job and you see like that would be relevant work experience for you, and maybe you want to like, let's say, push the plan for coming to Germany for a while, you can do that. But if you also can take that thing on the side and apply it for different kind of universities on the side, that would also be a smart option. If you want to start taking a look at jobs from your home countries in Germany, you can also take a look at that. The complete course for finding jobs in Germany is now live. So if you're planning to take some guidance for that, you can also like come and enroll in that. So there are so many different kind of options. Just make sure that first of all, you're safe, you're financially well, and you're making the decisions on the basis of how much financial or academic incentive a particular thing will have for you. All right. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. And a quick thing, if you haven't yet downloaded the PDF basic admission requirements for studying in Germany, you can do that as a free download with the link given in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Bye and take care.